Is Canelo special, or is he just good?
Remains to be seen. You know, it remains to be seen. At this moment, he's straddling that fence. He's going to need, I thought he looked really good against Cotto, but you do get a little suspicious about fighters, because this is also the history of boxing promotion, has been when you get a guy who's a big draw and who's good, but you're not sure if he's great. And he can punch, but he's not a spectacular puncher. Generally what promoters do, and this goes back to like Rocky Graziano and before Rocky Graziano, they put him in the middleweight with welterweights coming up. That way he looks a little bigger and stronger and he hits harder. And so far, Canelo's signature win was against Cotto, who really is a smaller guy. Although Canelo is fearless, he fought. Who would want to fight Austin Trout and Erislandy Lara? If you're the money guy, you don't fight those guys. What are you, crazy? Those are just the kind of guys who can beat you. And they were both close fights, but he won both of them. He's not afraid. But if you handle his career, you don't want to be stupid.
Well, if he lost any credibility in his loss to Mayweather, he said that he actually stopped losing and no one was able to beat Mayweather back then.
Yeah, Floyd took him to school. Yeah. And by the way, based on how Canelo does in the rest of his career, that will affect Floyd's rating all time eventually. If Canelo goes on to be an amazing Hall of Famer, then that win, even though it was pre-Canelo prime, is still an amazing win, because Floyd started at 130 pounds. He fought a guy who's really 154, 160 pounder at 22 years old. Not yet at his best, but still dangerous. So if Canelo goes on to do that, Floyd's stock historically rises. If Canelo turns out to be merely a good but not great fighter, that win doesn't quite look as good. This is the nature of boxing. It's not like even football, where there are only 16 games in a season, but you get those 16 games every year to make an evaluation of teams, even before the playoffs. In boxing, we're trying to make these grand evaluations based on a guy fighting twice in a year, 3 times in 18 months. So there's just not a lot of data. You know, there's not a lot of evidence, and we have to extrapolate. Therefore, well, Canelo went on to do this and this, but what a win for Floyd, right? Oh, he wasn't as good. That win doesn't look as good as, quite as good suddenly. You know, and that's just the nature of modern boxing.
Max, if Triple G...